Hey guys, it's Gediki20122. Before we begin today's episode, I would like to address another comment that has left a nickname suggestion. Today's nickname suggestion has been brought to us by Speed Reaper 666, and he has given a nickname suggestion for Skarmory. And he has suggested the nickname Zoro for Skarmory. Now, Zoro originally refers to a character that was created by Johnson McCulley, that is a swashbuckling swordsman of justice. And in the modern days, Zoro is typically portrayed and associated with two particular characters. That being, of course, Roronoa Zoro from the long-running series One Piece, as well as Zoro, the persona of everyone's favorite character, Morgana, from Persona 5, Persona 5 Royal, Persona 5 Strikers, and Persona 5 Tactica. While the former is much more known, and more likely than not the inspiration for this name, the latter is a lot more accurate to the origin of Zoro. But regardless, there you go, Speed Reaper. Skarmory is now named Zoro, thanks to you. Now, on with the video. Hello everybody, my name is Gediki20122 and welcome back to Pokémon Fire Red. Last time, we went to the very bottom of the Sevii Island area, found some ruins, and found what is objectively the worst Pokémon in the franchise. And that was seriously the reward for all of our efforts in the episode before that. But this time, we have many more positive things. We have also, more importantly, finished our business in the Sevii Islands. Except for one minor thing. Now that we have completed every main objective in the Sevii Islands, I want to go back to the market on 2 Island before we head back to the mainland of Kanto, because our guy here has some new stuff that we can buy from him. I've started bringing in items from distant lands. I've got some rare items in too. Please have a look. So, just to cover everything that he now has, now that the full scale of everything has been unlocked. He has Ultra Balls, as always, but he now has Repeat Balls and Timer Balls. Repeat Balls work really well on Pokemon that you've already caught, so if you're trying to catch multiple of the same Pokemon, or you're just trying to catch a particular Pokemon maybe of a different color that you already have, then you can use those. Timer Balls are also really good for fighting Pokemon that may take a while for you to capture. Hintity hint hint hint. It works better the longer the fight goes on. So this is not something you would want to use against something that is weak and it would only be able to take one turn to capture. It can be very helpful. Another new item that has been made available is the Lava Cookie. This is only normally available in Larvidge's town, in the Hoenn region. But now we can get it for ourselves here. It's basically a full heal, but it's a local cuisine of sorts that we can now add to our item inventory. So I'm gonna grab a couple of these, because why not? And while I'm here, I'm also gonna be buying Ultra Balls and not Repeat Balls, and Timer Balls aplenty, because we need it. And if you know what we're going for today, you know exactly why. I do not mind spending 30,000 to get 30 Timer Balls, because they're going to be helpful. And that pretty much takes care of all of our business in the Sevii Islands, so I will see you guys back in Cerulean City, which is our next destination. Alright, we found ourselves back here in Cerulean City once again. We want to head north this way, back on Route 24. And with our ability to surf now, we are going to go on the water here. We never actually did this before, but there's a very clear reason why I did not do this before. Now, you'll notice this cave entrance here. If we had tried to come here at an earlier point in the game, there would have been a trainer blocking this area off, and you would not have been able to enter this cave no matter what. In order to enter this cave, you have to not only defeat the Elite Four, but you also have to obtain the Ruby and the Sapphire in the Sevii Islands post-game. That's why it's so important that I did all of that, because that is the actual thing that is explicitly required to make meaningful progress in this game. But now that we have gotten to that, welcome to Cerulean Cave. This cave is awesome. The really cool thing about this cave is that it has very unique sprite work for it in terms of all the different, well, not necessarily water, but the ground and the walls are completely unique. Now, as far as regular encounters are concerned, there isn't anything particularly noteworthy here. The main thing you want to focus on is trying to get to the bottom of the cave to get to a particular spot. Got a full restore there, very nice. You can also find Wobbuffet here, and if you were worried about Wobbuffet not being found at a decent level before, you can actually find them at a pretty high level here, so... Wobbuffet encounters are still annoying, regardless of how beneficial they are. I'm gonna go up this ladder here. Now, this particular area is a bit of a maze, and I do not have Rock Smash available to me. You don't necessarily need HMs to get through everything in this area. You just need HMs if you want to get every item. I don't necessarily need that, but I will take this nugget regardless. The main thing is I want to try to get to a particular spot in the main room. Okay, go up this ladder. This one should not be blocked off by rocks. It will be blocked off by wild Pokemon, however. I know the wild encounters can get annoying, but guys, there is a reason. I just hope that it actually pays off someday. I thought it was invisible wall there for a second. So I think we want to go up this way. Hi. Hello, Machoke. Yes, we have seen you. You are very buff, sir. Okay, that brings us here. And then we have to go down here. And now we're in the basement area of Cerulean Cave. Very nice. I'm gonna go up this way. Is that one blocked off by rocks? No, it is not. I can actually get that item. We're gonna go here and get this. Max Revive. That's going to be useful in a minute. Ooh, Parasect. We have never actually caught a Parasect before. Let me try this real quick. Ha! He had a tiny mushroom! Okay, well, not exactly what I was expecting to find here today, but we caught Parasect. Parasect, the mushroom Pokemon. It scatters toxic spores from the mushroom cap. In China, the spores are used as herbal medicine. China exists in this world? You want to get a nickname to Parasect? Feel free to do so in the comments. Go down to the riverside, find a wild Kadabra. Be nicer if it were Alakazam, but whatever. I think I'm losing my mind, guys. And we have not even gotten to the challenge of today. This has been, at best, the nuisance. Alright, another item! Level 64 Electro! My god! These Pokemon are getting ridiculous, guys. Got an Ultra Ball. That is going to be very useful in a minute. Gonna go down this way. Almost at the end of the road, guys, I promise. Level 67 Ditto. What the h***? Why are these Pokemon so strong? I guess they weren't kidding about Pokemon needing to be very high level to be in this place. Now, there he is. Now, before we interact with whatever the heck this is, I would highly recommend you save your game. I'm going to be doing so myself because it's very important that we are able to come back from this, because let's be honest, folks, this is more likely than not going to be done in one attempt. Let's do this. Mew! Not exactly. Mewtwo has appeared! Oh my god, where do I even begin with Mewtwo? Mewtwo is the genetic Pokemon, and it is considered to be the strongest of all Pokemon. I'm not sure how much that is the case nowadays, but especially at this point in the game, Mewtwo is undeniably such. With a base stat total of 680, it has incredibly powerful stats all across the board. Its weakest stats are defense and special defense, but that's still a base 90. 110 attack, 106 HP, 130 speed, and 154 base special attack. This thing is an absolute destructive monster. And, of course, it's a psychic type, meaning that it's even more powerful just on that basis alone. It resists a lot of things and is weak to very few things, and the few things it's weak to are not very good. It learns some really interesting moves through level up. It learns Barrier, which is a move that boosts its defense by 2 stages. Swift, a move that can never miss. It can use Recover to restore its HP. Safeguard to make it so it cannot be inflicted with SAS conditions. Those 2 moves we are going to be dealing with as we fight Mewtwo. It, of course, learns Psychic through level up, which is always a really nice thing on a Pokemon, especially a Psychic type. It also learns some really nice moves, such as Psych Up and Future Sight. Psych Up, we didn't see much of, but Psych Up can be used if your opponent is a Pokemon that uses a lot of moves to set its stats up. Psych Up can just make it so Mewtwo copies those stat boosts for itself. Now, unfortunately, in this particular game, the move Psy Strike does not exist. I don't believe Psy Strike was actually introduced until Gen 5, which is a weird thing to kind of retroactively introduce, but whatever. It doesn't matter that Mewtwo cannot learn Psy Strike. It is still able to learn Psychic through a level up. And of course, it learns very powerful moves through TMs. Thunderbolt, Earthquake, Shadow Ball, Brick Break, Flamethrower, Fire Blast, Aerial Ace, Secret Power, Facade, among many other amazingly powerful moves. This is a Pokemon that you absolutely want to get for yourself. And this is one of 2 Pokemon that I would recommend considering using the Master Ball for if you don't believe that you have the skills to catch Mewtwo on your own. But I would like to think that my Pokemon and I are able to handle this. Hopefully we have at least a little better luck than Moltres. So, now that we have gotten Mewtwo's bio out of the way, let's get to try to capturing this thing. It's imperative that you start with Thunder Wave as soon as you can. Or at least any status afflicting move that you can, because Mewtwo will more likely than not use the move Safeguard early on to try to make it so you cannot inflict a status condition to it, which of course status conditions are essential to trying to capture something whose capture rate is 3, which is the lowest in the game. With Mewtwo's amazing power, I'm very confident that Raitoshi's Thunderbolt will not knock it out at one shot. I am very much in the right on this one, so we're going to use another Thunderbolt. With every turn that we can stall Mewtwo out, it's going to make it a lot easier. Unfortunately, Mewtwo does have Recover, so it's going to be very hard to keep Mewtwo in the yellow or in the red. Oh boy. Alright, I'm going to use Quick Attack to get in one more bit of chip damage here. There's that Safeguard I mentioned before. We're pretty much good to throw an Ultra Ball straight away. It's not quite in the red, but it's pretty low in the yellow. 1, 2. Okay, didn't think so. And there's Psychic. And of course it's a critical hit. It was not necessary at all, but we'll take it. Go ahead and send out Searcher here. Another viable strategy is to use Intimidate to lower Mewtwo's attack. It doesn't do anything in terms of it dealing with Psychic, but Swift, it can still be a bit of a problem, so lowering its attack to lower the power of Swift is always handy. Of course, 0. And again, any bit of stalling that we can get in on Mewtwo is great, because once those Timer Balls really reach their full potential, they can be very helpful. Of course, Ultra Balls wouldn't hurt if you didn't shake a bit. 1, 2. Okay, so I'm gonna have to damage Mewtwo a little bit more, but while I am doing that, I would like to point out that the music here for Mewtwo is actually slightly different. It has an additional little bit of wow, 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 wow going in the background. There's no other way for me to describe that. But yeah, that is another extra detail, which kind of makes Mewtwo more interesting because of that. This is one of the only cases of Mewtwo actually having a unique theme to itself. You could argue that it does get a unique theme in later generations when they introduce the theme in Gen 6, but the problem with that is that Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres also share that theme, and because of that, it's not really special for Mewtwo. So I consider this Mewtwo's main theme. Plus, this just kind of sells the intimidation factor of Mewtwo a lot better this way. And Searcher is done. 1, 2. And Kaiser dies now. There's I believe in you, Kaiser, but I also believe in Mewtwo more. He one-shot Kaiser. That was why I was kind of iffy about sending Kaiser out there. Okay, I'm gonna do Aerial Ace because I don't want to risk a critical hit. Okay, that's good. That's enough. We're not properly in the red, but we're also in the black. Not sure how much help Rock Lee is going to be here, but since we are now in the red and he's paralyzed and we've been at it for a few turns, I'm going to start chucking timer balls and hopefully this will help out. Nope. And now we got to chip away at it again. This is what makes the Mewtwo fight so hard. It's not just a matter of getting it to the red one time and then all's well that ends well. Mewtwo flinched, my guy, Rock Lee. I praise you, Rock Lee, and then you immediately just circle the wagon. Okay, Swift is mildly problematic for Rock Lee because unlike most fighting types, it doesn't have the best physical defense. Hopefully timer balls will help. Nope, still nothing. That may be it for Rock Lee. Oh, Rock Lee, hang in there, my dude! Nope, nothing. All right, it's time to bring out the big boys. And by the big boys, I mean Gullywash standing there while I throw more Ultra Balls. 1! It'd be nice if I got it right as soon as I got Gullywash out. Nope. Nah, it's not gonna happen. That was a normal amount of damage too. That is ridiculous. Still nothing on this thing. Oh, critical hit Swift. But Gullywash Shabbat, this is our last chance. Nothing. I barely got anything on Mewtwo. And that's that. Okay. $7,000. Jesus Christ. Okay. All right, let's try this again. All right, attempt number 2. Oh, come on! See? It used Safeguard. It started with Safeguard. You mother hecker, you. Hey, you were prepared to use Safeguard twice. Of course you were. To f***ing Mewtwo. 3 times in a row. It used Safeguard 3 times in a row. Is that little nub on your hand a finger? Because if so, it's not nice, Mewtwo. I can't even do anything else. Well, nah, I can chip away at it a bit more, and hopefully it doesn't do that. Well, it didn't try to recover anyway. Fortunately, because of how Mewtwo's attacks work, even though Swift is technically a physical attack, it does not make physical contact with Kaiser, so Poison Point should never go off. And it never will, because Kaiser is now dead. And now we must resume combat, as if we did not just do all that work. Double recover? Come on, Mewtwo. That's just not necessary. Get Gullywash, Mewtwo! That did nothing. That did actually nothing at all. It doesn't matter what kind of attack I use because Mewtwo's defenses are the same stat. Oh, critical hit. Nicely done, Searcher. 1, 2. Ah. 1, 2. Ah. So it begins. Okay. All right, that is pretty comfortably low. Come on, Mewtwo. 1. Ah. I'm gonna try some of the timer balls now. Hopefully they've improved my odds a bit. 1, 2. Ah. 1, 2. Ah. This is getting consistent twos, if nothing else. My God, Searcher, you are coming through. You are taking the hits. 1, 2, 3. Ah, come on. And now he's recovered. You know what? I'll use a full restore on Searcher. I know I didn't do it for the other half of my team, but Searcher's taking the hits well. It is actually a good thing that Mewtwo is using recover as often as he is, because if I can get him to use up all his recovers, then he can stop healing his HP, and then I can just focus on trying to inflict damage to him and get him in a ball. Unfortunately, we cannot use Bite or Extreme Speed anymore because Mewtwo's pressure has eliminated all of its power points. Hopefully, Iron Tail should not do it. Ooh, Mewtwo's defense fell. That is something that Safeguard cannot prevent. Hopefully his defense goes down well enough for me to use the timer ball and catch it. Nope. Okay. Okay, I think that maybe it's for Searcher. Credit where it's due. Searcher put in the work. He really tried. He gave it everything he had. And there goes Rock Lake. And of course it was a critical hit. Because why would it not be a critical hit Psychic against a fighting type? Yep, I do not mind using Fury Cutter in this situation. Not when Mewtwo's going to be spamming recovered over and over. That was a crit. That was a crit. Yeah, see, that was the wrong call. Oh, Ragna survives. This means you get one more shot. One. Recover? All right, we get one more chance. I'll take advantage of any opportunity that I can. Mewtwo can be captured regardless of what HP it's in. Nope. And that's it. Okay. Attempt number 3. Please do not be a jerk and use Safeguard straight away. Thank you for pointlessly using Recover. Now Mewtwo will be a lot easier to deal with this round. Oh, critical hit, nice. Unfortunately, Mewtwo used Recover again. Oh, critical hit. Oh, come on, that was so good. He's gonna ruin all my progress. Artoshi actually got him like well in the red, but no, he's recovered immediately after. 1, 2, 3. Ah, come on. 1. Ah. Aww. Turns off Safeguard, immediately turns it back on. Dude, there's no point in using Safeguard. 1, 2. Ah. 1. 1. At least he hasn't recovered in a hot minute. 1, 2. Ah. 1. Yeah. We're getting lucky with the paralysis today. My God. Really helping us stall for time. We're getting really lucky with the paralysis. Now, if only we get lucky with the capture. 1, 2. Ah. 1, 2. Why are you using Safeguard? Barely get to attack at all, Mewtwo, and the only thing you seem to want to do is use Safeguard. Point prove it. Not complaining. Why does he keep using Safeguard? It's like you have Safeguard active. Is it just because you're trying to get rid of the paralysis, even though that's not how that works? Okay, and that's what I expected to happen. I don't know what you were doing, Mewtwo. Okay, we stalled for quite a bit of time. I'm suspecting that maybe the timer will also be helpful right now. Or not. Or not. All right, using Bite as we are now is going to be very beneficial because not only does it have a chance to be paralyzed, but Mewtwo could also be flinched. See? All works out. 1. See, when Mewtwo's paralyzed, it's not nearly as bad trying to fight it because your Pokemon outspeed him. When he outspeeds you, that's when it's a genuine problem. Because a lot of the benefits for like certain moves that I have just don't go off simply because I go second. See, I couldn't be able to flinch Mewtwo like that if I were slower. Because Mewtwo would get off all his attacks anyway before I would even get to use Bite. 1! So, it's very good that we get Mewtwo paralyzed whenever we can. I know some people may argue that Sleep is better, and Sleep is better in terms of strict capture rate, but when it comes to this particular fight, I really think that Paralysis is the best one, because it is just that important that Mewtwo does not get off its recover, its attacks, and being able to outspeed it is also very important. 1. And there goes Gully Wash. 1, 2. I miss Quick Balls. Remember those? They don't exist yet, but they will. And boy, are they helpful. Dude, seriously, Rock Slide accuracy is 95. I've had it miss so many times. Seriously? Dude! Bro! How bad can I get with Rock Slide? I can never get it off! Thank you for flinching! Okay, no more, no more. 1 good Psychic and it's over. 1. Or recover. That works too. I might as well try. Well, do I? Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. If I knock it out, that's on me, but I have the suspicion that Mewtwo will survive. Yeah, it did. But I won't. At least I know I can theoretically use Mega Horn if I need to. But, yeah, there's attempt number 3. We're gonna be here all day, people! Let's go! Attempt number 4. 1, 2. One. Why does it keep using safeguard? 1. Mama, why do you keep using Swift and Safeguard? 1, 2, 3. Ah, come on. Yeah, Searcher's done. Mewtwo's not playing today. Hanging in there. Golden Wash will not be taken down by anything less than your most powerful force, Mewtwo. If you ain't gonna be using Psychic, do not bother with the king. God. There goes Kaiser again. Kaiser, I'm sorry, buddy. I really am. 1, 2, 3. Yeah! Timer Ball! Let's go! Timer Ball's coming through! Mewtwo's data is out of the Pokedex. Mewtwo, the genetic Pokemon. A Pokemon whose genetic code was repeatedly recombined for research. It turned vicious as a result. If you would like to give a nickname to Mewtwo, too bad, I've given it this one. I'm gonna call this Hybrid. Not only because Mewtwo is a hybrid of different DNA, allegedly, but also for my own personal reasons that I do not wish to disclose. So there we go. Hybrid the Mewtwo. Let's go. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get out of here. Fortunately, getting out of here is very easy with the help of the escape rope. Alright, I'm just dying to know how good the Mewtwo that we got is here. Quirky nature. Quirky is a neutral nature, so that means Mewtwo stats aren't really benefited by natures one way or the other. But look at those stats. 231 special attack. This thing is an absolute monster. Okay, so I think that's going to do it for this episode of Pokemon Fire Red. I imagine that the episode is significantly shorter than the recording time that I currently have for this thing. At least it didn't take as many attempts as Moltres and didn't break my sanity, so yeah. We caught Mewtwo, and next time on Pokemon Fire Red, we're going to be going after a different beast. See you guys then.